Hi, my name is Angie. I am a Shiatsu practitioner and teacher. I teach at the Brighton Shiatsu College. I've been a practitioner for, well, I don't know, 10 years now, and yeah, love it. Okay. My background is I'm a linguist, so my other line of work is I work as a translator, which is all cerebral and doesn't really get me out much. I love the physicality of shiatsu. I love the fact that it engages the whole of me, which is a huge difference to my other job, which I am slowly starting to ditch increasingly. Because, yeah, I love shiatsu. I love shiatsu. I love doing shiatsu. I love who I become when I do shiatsu. It does something to me. I like the person I am when I work with energy. Well, I would hope that when we train as shiatsu practitioners, it's drummed into us to be as comfortable as we possibly can, because the more comfortable we are giving shiatsu, the more comfortable our receivers will be. So I would hope that me liking the person I am when I give shiatsu translates into my receivers feeling something similar. I during the time around the time I qualified, I was volunteering at one of the local hospices, and working with terminally ill patients was incredibly rewarding. I could see that they were given moments of peace during the treatment. They were unsurprisingly sometimes frightened and anxious. So seeing moments of peace just felt wonderful and rewarding. I love working with people who are neurodivergent. Similar story. It feels like giving their system a rest, a break for a bit. So it's about peace, really, often, and it feels rewarding to be able to do that. That's the best thing. It's like little bit of a little piece of magic. That connection between giver and receiver. It sort of turns that on its head. I mean, who gives, who receives? There's a little bit of magic happening there. I came to Shiatsu as someone with a disability. I've been disabled. Well, I grew up. I was not born like this, but I became disabled as an infant. So I've lived with this most of my life. I was a receiver of shiatsu for many years, and I really toyed with the idea of training and was not sure if I could or couldn't until I started putting out my feelers, and I was told that yes, there might be some things to adapt. I might have to adapt my technique, but I would be helped with that. So yes. My disability means I have a joint issue. My left knee doesn't bend, which is a bit difficult in a profession that uses crawling on the floor, around the floor on a futon, and kneeling a lot. I do many things sitting. I still crawl. I have a tripod position. Things, I guess I've been slower at adapting techniques, has not been that straightforward. So I've been slower at settling into feeling comfortable in positions, and it's an ongoing story. As I'm getting older, my joints are getting more creaky. I have to constantly adapt, which I don't always find easy, but I think it's actually good for me. I use props, yes. I believe it's called a Pilates ball, which I tend to sit on, or I do Caesar I do seiza on one knee, and I put that in the back of my knee to kneel on. Sometimes I use yoga bolsters. Yeah, I use a lot of props. My shiatsu might not be as fluid as some other practitioners, but I think I make that up through cheerfulness, hopefully. There is absolutely 100% a way to become a shiatsu practitioner if you don't have two functioning knee joints, if you can't sit in seiza, if you can't crawl around the floor. I remember one of my role models when I started shiatsu was a student from a previous year who had MS. They were not able, they were not overly mobile on the futon as well. They ended up leaving after the first year, but that had different reasons. That was nothing to do with their disability. As a teacher, I have taught shiatsu students with artificial knee joints. It's not an issue. If you feel you can't get on the futon, you can work on a table. You can do seated shiatsu. If you're in a wheelchair, I mean, shiatsu is so adaptable for receivers. I think it's adaptable for givers as well. Yeah, the Shiatsu Society has been great. The support, yeah, there is a lot. There are lots of resources. There's lots of help if there are conflicts. The Shiatsu Society can help with mediation. And also, sometimes being a shiatsu practitioner can be a lonely place. So, there's always a forum of peers you can ask for support or input. So, it feels like, yeah, it just feels like a big hug.